Hi, this is Tony Papajohn from MoneyMindWorks.com. Are you a perfectionist? If you're a perfectionist, you're probably not getting rich, nor do you really have a great chance of ever getting rich. And here's why. Business and perfectionism just don't seem to go together, and I'll tell you why. Business is the province of action in the world of fortune seeking. The coin of the realm, so to speak, is action, is take decisive action. And a lot of times, the nature of business, the nature of life, is that we take decisive action when things aren't perfect, and we have to do things that aren't quite perfect, and, well, we can't make them all perfect because it's just like, you just can't do that for everybody. You can only make it perfect for yourself. And the reality is that after a certain point of making something good and even better than that, and even better than that, there's a point of diminishing returns. So that even though you may invest more and more and more time into making something perfect, you get less and less and less of a return. If you know anything about relativity, you know that the faster you accelerate in your spaceship towards the speed of light, the heavier and heavier, the more massive that your spaceship gets, and it requires more and more and more energy to keep it moving. So this is why, according to Dr. Einstein, nothing can go at the speed of light, because something approaches infinite mass and something approaches the need for infinite fuel to keep it going, and it just doesn't work. Perfectionism is the same way in business. And if that explanation is maybe too technical for you, let me offer the same sort of an idea to you in this fashion. In the French Revolution, there were 3 guys that were going to the guillotine. So the executioner puts the first guy in the guillotine, so he's strapped down, and the priest says a prayer, they let the blade go, and lo and behold, it stops this far from the guy's neck. And the executioner and the priest confer, and the priest says, well, this must be the will of God. We got to let him go. So they let this guy go, and then the executioner inspects the guillotine, and he puts some grease in the right places, and next guy, they put him in. Priest says a prayer, and then the blade goes, and it stops this far from the guy's neck. And they can't believe this. This has never, ever happened before. So the executioner and the priest confer again, and the priest says, well, this must be God's will again. We got to let this guy go. So they let the guy go. Then comes the third guy. Now the third guy is a perfectionist. So as they're taking this third guy to the guillotine, he looks at the guillotine and he says, wait a minute, I see what's wrong with this thing. This is what perfectionism will do to your business. It will cut it off in a place where you don't want it to cut off, because this is not a good thing, not conducive to a long, successful, happy, and prosperous life. So delete perfectionism, because it will stop you from making money, because at some point it becomes just way, way more, way, way overkill, at least in the case of the perfectionist, too much kill in the first place. The other point about perfectionism that I want to make is that often enough, perfectionism has to do with your vision of things. In other words, in your world, you want to do things just right. You want to do things really, really good, really, really well. You want to make things just the very best. And in certain contexts, in a certain way of thinking, that is a good and worthy thing. However, if you're presenting an offering to people, something that a product or service that satisfies some need they have, in great likelihood, they don't see the world as you see it. And so one of the cures of perfectionism is to see the world as other people see it. And the thing that's really, really important to you, to make it perfect, and more perfect after that perhaps, just isn't that important to other people. So consequently, if you have a sense that, yeah, I suffer from perfectionism, now and again, as I do from time to time. Remember that at a point of diminishing returns, after a certain point, you're just not getting any return on your time, energy, and investment. And like the perfectionist in the French Revolution, you're really just not doing yourself any favors by being a perfectionist. And so see the world as other people see it. This is a very important part of marketing, is it not? To see the world not as you see it perhaps, but as other people see it. And cure yourself of perfectionism. Let it go. Hit the delete button. Whenever you sense that you're getting into that perfectionist mode, just move your body around. Yeah, shake it up a little bit. Shake it up a little bit so that way, you come to your senses and you come to yourself and you realize that it's about making money, not making things perfect. And why is this important? In the realm of fortune seeking, the coin of this realm is take decisive action. My name is Tony Papajohn. You can find me at moneymindworks.com, and I offer you a free 9-part video series there that will empower your mind for more success and more money. My blog is yourmoneymindworks.com. That's yourmoneymindworks.com. Some free teleseminar listings there. In the meantime, if you're a perfectionist, here is the biggest cure I can give you. Take decisive action, and you'll make a lot of money.